Welcome. My name is Muram Karim, the head teacher of Jalilu Islamic Primary School. Thank you for coming. We welcome the Means of Masiga for coming to talk to our peoples about morals and other shortcomings in the schools. There are some who are not supported well with their parents, and then there are some few who are orphans and so on, so they don't have correct help people to guide them. Sometimes they are ever absent, ever more out of school. You can't trace them because of those challenges they have. Which says somebody should be morally upright, which you always carry out the teaching of the mothers are teaching them. Even sometimes we are encouraging them to go for Juma every Friday, so they can hear some sermons and they can get the issues of morals and to learn them from the mosque and from the school. Like the school, we have the mullahs who are teaching them about morals, and we are even having the imam, the children's imam, who are also managing up the parents make sure that when they have to also help the children, more especially emphasizing the issue of prayer, because in Islam they say Al-Islam Nadif, meaning it talks about the cleanness, and then afterwards nobody will enter paradise unless it's clean. Therefore they have to emphasize the issue of cleanness, and they have even to tell them about the issue of praying, regular praying, that is to emphasis on 5 prayers daily, and the parents should also do the same, because we are realizing some parents don't also pray. That's why children where some of them also don't pray. We force them to pray because at home there is no also prayers taking place.
Inze masaba oba babugisigalcho so kiba kitegeeza nti bakwataganira ddala n'eddiini manyi nina kyetuyita ethics and integrity. Kiba kitegeeza omuntu singa baba basomesa abaana eddiini n'empisa ekisinga okugobereza kubanga eddiini esomesa mpisa ne culture esomesa mpisa. So kati twebaza baganda baffe naddala muganda waffe Masiga olwa program yali kutambuza era mu masomero ag'enjawulo ng'agenda ayogerako eri abaana. Twaniriza buli omu yenna asobola okubeera nti ajja n'ayogerako eri abaana. Bano bagiyita Jalilu Primary School oba Jalilu Islamic Primary School. So kati kiba kitegeeza nti tuli wamu n'obukuuka bwe b'amasaaba, nga kiba kitegeeza nti omuntu yenna aba asobola okugenda eri abaana asobola okujja n'akola ki n'ayogera nabo. Kyetwagala kyo okuinstiringa discipline mu baana baffe. Omwana ave waka, omwana ave mu mbeera ng'akimanyi nti society ateekeddwa okubeera n'empisa, ateekeddwa okweyisa obulungi, ateekeddwa okubeera ow'ensa mu bantu. Eyo pulojekiti ennungi nnyo. Mpisa tewaliwo kitabo kigenda kwogera ku mpisa kusinga Quran, kubanga era bw'otandikira ddala okuviira ddala ku suuratu Hujurat, essuula ya 49 mu Quran, esomesa mpisa zokka okuviira ddala ku aya esooka mpaka ku aya ekolesi esembayo eyogera ku mpisa. Ate omubaka Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam yasingo empisa, era yatugamba nti inna min khiyarikum, mazima abasinga obulungi mu mmwe ahsanukum akhlaqa, yoyo abasinga empisa. Kiba kitegeeza nti omuntu abanga alina empisa abeera munaddiini. Ate n'agamba nti omuntu atalina nsonyi akolenga bw'akola ki bw'ayagala. Kitegeeza nti empisa ziba nsonyi, oteekeddwa okubeera n'empisa. Ate n'atugamba Nabbi sallallahu alaihi wasallam liutammima makalima al akhlaq, nti ekyantumya nze Nabbi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam kwe kubeera nti nzijuliriza n'empisa bannange ze baakola ki ze baatandikako. So obusiraamu buyigiriza ki? Buyigiriza empisa. Obusiraamu tebukkiriza muntu kujerega munne, tebukkiriza kunyooma munne, tebukkiriza kubeera nti oyisaamu mu bantu amaaso. Kiba kitegeeza empisa esingira ddala kubeera mu busiraamu, kubanga obusiraamu bwe butegekola ki? Bubuyigiriza empisa. Nti they have failed as parents, nti abazadde bennyini bw'abanga alemereddwa okubeera nti afuula omwana we ekyo kyateekeddwa okubeera, omwana n'amusindika mu society. Ekyokulabirako lino ssomero tutera okusomesa abaana, naye osanga omuzadde ng'omwana we yamulema n'agamba nti leka agende ku ssomero bamukoleki, bamutereeze. Omwana we osooka omutereereza waka. Obuzibu bwe tulina ffe ng'abazadde abamu, abaana baabwe babatwala nga ddaali, omwana we amutwala ng'ekyatika. Naye era bwe twali tusoma nga tukyali bato baatugambanga ekigambo nti spare the Lord, spoil the child. Nti omwana mukwate oba Abaganda baga nti suula omuggo oyonoona omwana. Kiba kitegeeza nti omuzadde yali badde ki okubeera nti alongoosa ki omwana we. Naye bino byonna ebijja lwakubeera nti abazadde balekerera abaana ne babawa freedom esinga okubeera ennyingi ennyo. Omanyi freedom naye ate bw'ebeera ennyingi ennyo omwana akola ki? Omwana ayonooneka. So kati abazadde baddeyo ku mbeera gye twakola ki? Gye twalimu. Omwana aleme kubeera wa muzadde omu, omwana abeere wa society, nga community bw'eba esanze omwana ng'ali mu nsobi emukangavula. Kyova olaba nze nabagamba nti abange wasangiddwa mu nsobi yonna bamukangavule, kubanga si wange nzekka, omwana waki wa community.
About issues of culture for the Bamasaba people, about the issues of respect, about issues of avoidance of crime. I know for you, you are much younger and you are not at that level of committing what? Crime. The Umukuka guide and I say, go to Jalilu primary and I greet for him his Bazukuru, Babe Tsukuru, isn't it? Yes. So I'm here to bring those greetings. He also tells you that as Bamasaba, you see, when you say in Masaba land, even if you are of some other tribe, you now become part of the what? Bamasaba. He says he thanked you for the excellent performance. We've been getting reports about your performance either in mocks or terminal or PLO exams, and they have been very impressive. We said go and thank them. He also told me to tell you not to run away from the Bamasaba culture. Our culture, among others, dictates for males, they circumcise, younger boys circumcise. It dictates that like you younger children, you must respect elders while greeting them, isn't it? Yes. Very respectful. If it means kneeling, you kneel. We also tell you that, you know, when you move in the villages, you find even old women. You see some old women susuing, they susu while responsible. We want you to ensure that you behave in a very polite manner so that you bring respect to yourself, you bring respect to your teachers. Culture teaches you to respect elders. Culture teaches you to be respectful to your teachers and your parents. It discourages you from drinking, from what? So what from now onwards, you are able to grow up as good children. I've seen most of you are putting on a caps. This is a Muslim school. When you put on a cap or the other veiling, that is also partly a cultural setting, because culture means you follow what others used to do. So the Prophet Muhammad, peace be, his wife used to veil the way you are veiling. Himself used to dress the way you are dressing. So to us, that's a cultural kind of perspective. And please, that's the right route. And we must be clean throughout, because your headmaster was telling us that Jannah is not in essence for dirty people. So if you're a dirty person, you never see God, you never enter heaven. So you must keep your cleanliness. Bamasaba in America, so that they can organize some money to be able to pay fees for some people who are unable to pay fees, especially when they proceed to other levels of education, university and what have you. So that is also the message that he told me to come and say here. You to stay in school forever, finish nursery, finish primary, finish secondary, finish university. There's Makerere University, there's IU, there's Chambogo, so that at time T, your parents are able to witness your graduation. We do not encourage anybody to drop out of school because there is no cause for doing so. We also challenge partly the Muslim thinking. You know, in Islam, there are about 3 things you are supposed to do. The first thing that you are supposed to do very fast. Sometimes when I'm calling your headmaster here on the phone and we're interacting, and when he sees the azan, he says, let me discourage negative practices. I know for you, as I said, you are younger, you are not doing it, but it's good for you to hear that smoking is what? It's very harmful to your body. Yesterday, I went to Mbale Mental Hospital, the psychiatric ward. When I reached there, many of my OBs, some of them that I studied with in Makerere over 20 years back, I thought they were working in the Kampala, they had got jobs. But when I went there, I realized they had become mad because of what? Drugs. They were there, and I was very disturbed to see them. Because me, I thought they were in the Jinja or in Kampala working. Here, they are broken down, they are in the hospital. So drugs, if you take drugs, Jaga, there's Shisha, there's Kuba, many of them, Mairunji and what have you, very many of them. If you take them, they spoil you. They'll interfere with your liver, they'll interfere with your kidney, and eventually you die. One, you'll develop mental problems if you take it. You begin by stealing some things. At home, you pick things. Then you become beings, you isolate from others. When your parents are talking, for you are talking. If the father is talking, you are talking. You want the father to kneel down and greet you. So people who take drugs think their parents should kneel down and what? Greet them, which is very unacceptable. Nobody from now, this is the right age now. From now we are going to move in all these primary schools across Bugisu to preach this gospel. That you younger children, when you grow, you are likely to get wrong groups, wrong men, wrong boys to take you in a vice or to take you into ways of taking what? Consuming drugs. That is very unacceptable because we do not want to see mental people. We only want to see bright men and men putting on ties, working, driving. That is the future we see in what? In you. Challenge parents, all your parents. If you have your father doesn't want to pay fees, you tell us as a cultural institution. Tell the headmaster will call us. We shall talk to him. Because we have parents who deliberately don't want to pay fees, who don't want to give children some small pocket money even when they are coming to school. For us as a cultural institution, we are saying parents must play a very critical role as far as mentoring the children is concerned. We want you to maintain your innocence, especially from P1 up to P7. Maintain your innocence. Be innocent girls and boys until you finish university what? Education. We, as I conclude here, they have beards. Not that there are no barbers in town, but because that's a cultural setting. Because you have in Islam what they call what? Hadith. The hadith. The hadith is the saying are the sayings of the Prophet. The hadith of the Prophet. You do what the Prophet did. Are we there? Yes. There's what they call the Ummah. You are now in the Ummah of the Umukuka. And we must bring also cultural what? Lessons. You are the Ummah of the Prophet. You must hear a word also of Islam. Now, once you stay within Ummah, you must do what is dictated in the Ummah, what the Ummah says. You must, once you are here, you must listen to what the cultural institution says. Once you are here, you must listen to what your teachers say. And the moment you do that, you are the people who are going to lead this country. You are the people who are going to be ministers. And when you do not do that, you will be the ones that take drugs. You will be the one that is in the prison. You will be the one that is where.